Hey guys, and welcome back to the Fergie Way with me, Teach FM. We are, of course, today in a double live com. Big ones as well, I reckon. We've got Juventus in the second leg of the Champions League first knockout round, and then we have once again a Manchester derby against City in the FA Cup. So it's going to be a belter. So since the last episode, guys, we did only have one game. We're on the schedule here. It was, of course, against Stoke. We'll take a look. And as you can see, guys, we did run out 4-1 winners, and it was a very easy win at that as well. So Juan Mata getting himself a penalty following an own goal from Stoke. Then Martial getting one in the 44th minute. Memphis Depay getting one in the 90th +2, which was great for him because, as we know, he's just come back from his injury, filtering him back into the team, but he's going quite well. Did play a fairly strong team on the strength of the fact that hopefully against Juventus they can field some kids to give them a little bit more experience in Europe. But all in all, a sound result in the Premier League, and it looks like we're going to wrap that trophy up nice and early. And I'll be honest, guys, other than that, there wasn't much going on in the way of the news. As we can see, Juan Mata is on the verge of breaking that assist record. He's got 18 now. He only needs 19. He's likely to probably feature in the City game in the FA Cup. Maybe not in the Juventus game, but we'll see as we get there. But nonetheless, that's pretty much the only news that we've had, which is a bit of a shame, really. So before we get into the live com, I just want to give another quick thank you to you guys. The subs have been blowing up. The views have been going crazy. Loads of comments. I've got people coming and following me on Twitter. We're interacting on there. So it's been great. It's been a lot better than I ever thought it was going to be. I like to think that I've started off quite well. I'd also like to think that I'm getting better. I'm going to be looking at adding more editing techniques and whatnot, and refining what I'm doing going forward. So yeah, it's been fantastic, guys, and yous has been fantastic. And without yous, the channels wouldn't be the channel. So with that in mind, it's a bit of a pat on the back all round, guys. So thanks again. And if you're new around here, please consider hitting the sub button. Also, the likes down there, guys, as you know, it helps the channel out massively. So if you do enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that. So as I said, we'll head over to today's live com, the first of them, should I say, against Juventus in the Champions League. And with a little bit of luck, I'm hoping to field a younger team, as long as they're fit, and give them a little bit of exposure in the Champions League and hopefully progress into the next round. So here we are, guys, on game day. We are, of course, 4-0 to the good across this tie on aggregate at the moment. So as you can imagine, I've gone for a slightly younger team. The bookies have got us as favourite. You know, we should be able to do enough according to the press. Our key man's Paul Pogba, which is odd because he is on the bench today. And Juventus' key man is Paulo Dybala. Now, I do just want to take a quick look at his stats because he is described as a world-class striker now. And Jesus Christ, look how good Dybala is. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'd play him as a complete... So we talk about replacing Zlatan, don't we? Quite a bit. He's getting older. I've just not long given him a 2-year contract. Old head in the dressing room is definitely worth keeping. But technically, Dybala could do it. He really, really could. Interesting. What to think about, definitely, that's for sure. So not necessarily, of course, we're not quite understanding whether we're going to carry the save on. That relies heavily on you guys hitting me up in the comments saying, no, let's end it, or maybe we carry on, or maybe we end it when we win the Champions League, which could be this season or next or the one after. I don't know. But maybe if we're sticking round, Dybala might be one to go for. So as we move into the team selection screen, guys, we will start with the home team, which is, of course, us. And we have Romero in goal with Borthwick, Jackson, Squinzarby, Rashawn Williams and Darmian at right back. Then we have Callum Gribben, Schneidlin and Fosu Mensah. We then have Gomez playing the Trequartista role, and I think everyone's getting a little bit excited about Gomez. He's playing quite well. A few comments in the comment section at the bottom of the video sort of saying how well he's done. It's going to be good to see him progress if we carry this save on. One of the guys I'm really looking out for. We then have Memphis Depay with Marcus Rashford up top. And on to Juventus, who are fielding once again a strong team. Playing the same formation they did last time, quite defensive I found. Didn't really give them much chances when we went to their neck of the woods, but we'll see how they get on. They have Gigi Buffon, Chiellini, Bonucci, Benassia. Then they have Asamoah, Khedira, Cuadrado, followed by Bazoa and Pjanic. And then they have Dybala and Higuain up top. So definitely a world-class team. You know, there's some good players in there, but they just can't... This formation never does quite well against our formation. And even though they've got two world-class strikers up top, I just can't see them doing any more today. I mean, granted, we're playing the younger ones. They should get more chances, but are they going to get 4 or 5? I'm not really sure. So we'll move on to the Irish inflictor of pain. That is Roy Keane today. And the pain is only been handing out so far. Pjanic, but Higuain and Dybala getting hard tackling. And I'm also going to see if we can, I mean, Kadir is a bit of a hard nut himself, but we will try and let him know that we're there, just try and bully him a little bit. We will challenge the team calmly to pick up where they left off. I didn't think I was going to get that much from them. We can see Rashawn Williams here. He is only on 82% match fitness, but I'm trying to keep the stronger team fitter for the City game. That's why he's made his way in. We'll just tell the guys that we believe you've got what it takes in there, and jobs are good. And now we are, of course, on key highlights, guys, having 2 live comms today. Massive Manchester derby in the FA Cup in the very next live comm. So this one shouldn't be too long unless we absolutely trounce them, or, of course, vice versa. It's Schneiderlin, 1-0. Didn't even get to finish my little intro into the game. We took a 1-0 lead on the 49th second of the match, which means if Juventus were to get anything out of this, they're going to have to score 6 goals. Schneiderlin creeping on the edge, first time shot, cracking finish, 1-0 United, and I think that puts it out of reach of Juventus. It's Gribben to Borthwick Jackson. Jackson now. He has the ball tuck off him. Dybala maybe try and counter-attack here. He had to give it to Cuadrado, who is fast. He's beat 1 man. He's beat 2 men. Maybe. Cuadrado into Higuain. It's 1-1, guys. Higuain, the ultimate professional, picks the ball up, heads straight for the halfway line because he wants to try and grab more. Cuadrado with a fast run right to the byline. Higuain at the near post. Beats Romero. If we're going to give him chances like that, and maybe won't go as far as saying they'll get back in it, but they can certainly beat us today. It's Pjanic. It's 2-1, guys, to Juventus. Oh, my Lord. What is going on? Straight from a free kick. Barely got a chance to breathe after the last goal. And Pjanic with a deflected free kick by the looks of it, off the wall. Romero stood no chance with that. Unfortunately, guy getting beat, but we can take a defeat. Don't really want to because we're on a massive unbeaten run, but we could take a defeat if it comes to it. It's Higuain again. Switches it across to Asamoah. Is he going to try and get down the wing? Goes into Bezoa. Cuadrado now. Back on the wing. He's trying to charge again. And he does whip one in. Only goes as far as Twinzabe. But Bezoa's back on the ball now. Out to Cuadrado again. That's the danger area. Look at this. Oh my Lord. That should be 3. What can we do? Right. So we'll let this highlight finish. Pjanic crossing in. It's out as far as Rashford. Rashford clears it to Memphis. Will Memphis try and get an attack out of this? He's at the byline. He's lost the ball to Cuadrado, though, unfortunately. So one thing I am going to do is we're just going to take a quick look at the instructions, and we're going to sit slightly deeper because we're getting the line broken by the advancing Cuadrado. And Higuain's had a little bit of joy breaking that line, which isn't great when you consider he's not the fastest and he's managing to break the line. So obviously the lads aren't quite as composed as they should be. With a little bit of luck, that might seal them out. Darmian now is heading towards the end of the first half. Fossumenta to Schneiderlin again, who did hit one, but it did just deflects back. It's Rashford. Oh, hits the post. Buffon had it covered, I think. Rashford rattles one back off the post. We are going to go in at half-time, I reckon, at 2-1 to Juventus. And a quick sort of 2-goal double salvo from Juventus has put them back in this tie. We've got 6.4s and 5s going off all over the show, which to me tells me I'm not happy with them. Rashford looks stressed, so we'll bring Zlatan on. Not messing around with any of that. And yeah, let's enter the second half then. So it's Gribben now to Ibra. Gomez to Borthwick Jackson. He has lost the ball though. They will counter yet again. Higuain, but Twinzabe has him covered. Plays it back to Schneiderlin. Great play there by young Twinzabe. Gomez tries advancing. He's got a lot of men ahead of him. Of course, Juventus compact at the back there. But they're trying to break through via Gribben to Gomez. Ibrahimovic out to Borthwick Jackson. Now Mensah. Memphis tries to cut into the box. He is in a wide position. He's got the cross away. It's Ibrahimovic. Gets brought on for a very stressed-looking Rashford and repays within quarter of an hour. Bags himself a goal. Pretty much like Higuain. Diving in at the near post. This time on the volley, though. 2-2. And at least we might be able to protect our record here. Maybe. But Juventus are probably going to throw everything at us now. So ordinarily, guys, we're in about the 75th minute. I'd start looking at making subs now. But these younger guys can get a little bit tired. We do have the City game coming up in just a few days, which I'm going to play a stronger team. So these lads can run it out if they have to. As Memphis now has the ball took off by Cuadrado again. Cuadrado beats one man, plays it to Higuain. Higuain's probably going to cross it into Dybala, but Schneiderlin whips it off him. It's Gribbin now. Can we advance? Can we take the winning goal? Memphis. Memphis cutting inside. He's known for it. He's had a shot. It's come off the bar. Wasn't really that much of a dangerous shot, but he did something. He's kept it up there, end of the pitch, that's for sure. Played out by Juventus. There's a couple of minutes left. Memphis on the ball. He's trying to get down the right-hand side. He beats one, whips it in, but only as far as Bonucci. It's Higuain now. Dybala's really not featured much in this game. He's on the ball now, though. Borthwick Jackson takes it off Higuain. Not for the first time, and Memphis is put through by Jackson's ball. 3-2, guys. We take the win, which is massive for us in Europe. With the younger guys, obviously a little bit of experience in there with the likes of Zlatan, with the likes of Memphis, but nonetheless, that ball from Borthwick Jackson, pick it out, son. That was absolutely cracking. It's Fosu-Mensah now to Schneiderlin. It is going to be the final highlight, guys. There it is. Game over. 3-2, coming from behind. We were 2-1 behind at one point. I am going to tell them that they've done well. They did well to come back. It was a cracker. Borthwick Jackson, he played a 7.3. I'm also going to tell him that he did well out there, because he did. That ball for that finish by Memphis, absolute belter. On that note, guys, I will see you in the next live comment. Is, of course, the FA Cup against Manchester City. We played them in just the last episode. It wasn't the best of games. We did play a 1-1 draw. So hopefully the lads will see that as a little bit of a failing and we'll go out and give it a little bit more this time round. We are, of course, at Derby Day in the FA Cup. We've had to go down to the Etihad. And with a little bit of luck, we're going to do a bit better than we did last time out in the last episode, where we drew 1-1, for crying out loud. And not just 1-1, but just a boring game. You know, if you watched it, it just wasn't that much going on. So anyway, the press is saying they can't choose between us. And something we're not used to seeing, the bookies have made City favourites. Now, City are off the back of just trouncing Real Madrid in the Champions League. I'm not sure of the score, but it was brought up in the press conference beforehand. So hopefully, it might give us a good game, but it's the FA Cup. It's a cup I've not won yet. And even if I had won it and I didn't care that much about the tournament, which I do, by the way, because it's against City, I would certainly be wanting to win. So this is a game that I'm definitely setting out to try and win, and hopefully not getting beat by our closest rivals. So as we move into the team selection, guys, we will take a look at City. They've got Joe Hart in net, Gaia, Mangala, Stones and Lindelof at the back, with Company sat in front of them, which I find a little bit odd. They then have Griezmann, Tielemans, De Bruyne and Sane, and Aguero sat up top in his own. And we have gone for a strong team also, with De Gea, Alaba, Bailly, Smalling and Sidibe, with Pogba, Schneiderlin and Herrera in the middle. Blind still a little bit, I don't know, that sending off wound me up a bit. So Schneiderlin keeps his place, scored a goal in the last game and he's fit enough. And then we have Juan Mata playing the trequartista role, Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Marcus Rashford, hopefully looking to brag himself a goal after getting pulled off at half-time in the last game. But I will be monitoring him. Martial's maybe about 88% fit, so he can play some of the game if he has to, but we'll see how we get on. So what's Roy got to say to us today? Happy Roy over there. Hard tackling on De Bruyne, Griezmann and Aguero, so he's gone for the fast guys, so you'd have to include Leroy Sané as well, and probably Gaia. So, on that note, we will take a look at the team talk. We're never interested in what Roy has to say on that one, because quite frankly, it has to be for the fans. Green, green, green. We are going to tell Rashford that we want a performance from him, because he had that little bit of a wobble where he got stressed the other day. And Herrera, I'm going to tell him that I've got faith in him. And it's because on the run into the game, it was asked about whether he should play internationally, and I said he should be playing for Spain. And the international manager come out and said, I've got to mind my own business. So I just want him to know, I've got faith in you, Ander. And yeah, it motivated him, which is nice to see. So as we start the game then, guys, obviously first highlight, we won't get much out of it, but City maybe might be able to turn us over here today. And I don't want to lose this record against City, if anybody. So it's Ibrahimovic now to Ander Herrera, Pogba. Ibra again to Herrera, Mata, Schneiderlin, to Pogba, to Mata. Mata play Rashford in. Get in there, Rashford. 1-0. You see, Rashford needed that little talking to following the last game, I felt. Just a little bit of a nudge, but it's done him a favour. That's Pogba into Mata. Rashford made a great run, to be honest. First time ball. It's just put it straight past Joe Hart. He stood no chance. Great thing here is 1-0 up. In a game where we weren't favourites, as Griezmann whips it in, it's Stones and very nearly scores. We're 1-0 up in a game where we weren't favourites, and we're playing away from home across Manchester there. Jobs are good in. As Griezmann knocks one in and Company hits the bar, but he did foul on the way in, so even if it had gone in, get it up you. It's Mata with a free kick, guys. Once again, key highlights. I didn't get to see the run-in, but Juan Mata's lined one up, and he doesn't score that many, I'll be brutally honest, not for me. But lovely free kick, straight over the wall, really, straight down the middle of the net. Joe Hart would have to be disappointed with himself there. But 2-0, 14 minutes in, and the game has started very, very well. First highlight for ages, guys. Griezmann with a free kick. It does get cleared, though. We are on the 37th minute now. Looks like we've had a little bit of a comfortable grip on the game. Not amazing, but just slightly comfortable. But we are going to head into half-time, 2 goals to the good at the Etihad, which has got to be a good thing, I think. So we will just tell them once again, pleased with the performance. A little bit of greens going off. Ibrahimovic playing a 6.6, a little bit concerning, but we can't expect it from him every game now. He is our leading goal scorer this season, so I like to try and give him game time where possible, maybe try and get himself an accolade or two. But yeah, hopefully in the second half, we just keep pushing on and on and on. It's Griezmann now. Griezmann has put in a free kick, guys, at the other end, and now maybe it's a little bit twitchy, you know, a little bit making buttons. But Griezmann lined up on the edge of the area, scoops the ball round. Cracking free kick. It has to be said it was better than Juan Mata's. At least he put it in a little bit of a corner. But hopefully we can answer them back and shut them up straight away, because last thing we want to be doing is soaking up too much pressure in the final few minutes as Rashford plays a simple shot straight into Joe Hart's arms, and City are going to do nothing. We get no highlight. Screwed. Well, they got screwed, so result A. So it's Sidibe now to Herrera. Pogba down to Mata. Mata's going to try. Oh, Kompany's getting sent off. He's getting. See you later, mate. So Kompany's just been sent off. However, City did make 3 changes, so they're now playing without a right wing. So we'll just let this play out a second. Gaia clears it. It's going to come to Iheanacho. Iheanacho skinned 1, 2. And De Gea had to push it out. He couldn't catch the ball. Iheanacho maybe giving them a different outlet in this game. So I am going to go with the instructions. We are going to exploit their left flank, well, our left flank, which of course is less protected from their right-hand side. With a little bit of luck, might be able to find a few more ways in. But we have got a goal lead, guys, heading into the final couple of minutes. We'll also drop it back down to contain for what will be the last couple of minutes of the game. And Mata crosses one in, Otamendi tries to clear, and that is full time, guys. And not the most riveting of games, but a Manchester derby that this time we won. We didn't walk away out on a 1-1 draw, and it does push us through to the next round of the FA Cup. So I'll have a chat with the guys after this, give them their team talks and all that sort of fun stuff. But I will see you in a second when we get the draw. So there we have it, guys. FA Cup semi-final has been drawn. I must admit I hit the continue button. It did it on its own. However, we probably got one of the better teams, I would say, because our other choices would have been West Brom or Stoke, which would have been okay to progress to the final. However, we did get Arsenal. Should give us a great game. Curtie and Wolfie will be over the moon. They'll get to see a little bit of Arsenal action, which they'll love. Champions League hasn't been drawn yet. We'll see that in the next episode. We'll see who we get. So we'll just take a look at the schedule, see what's going to happen in the next episode. So as we look at the schedule, guys, next game is Southampton. Then we have the quarterfinal of this Champions League. So, and Liverpool in the middle, which is great. Perfect. You know what happened last time we watched it, last time we played Liverpool. If you've not, go back and look for it. It was earlier on this season. Rashford scored 6 goals. It was just insane. Absolutely insane. So we will come back for the Liverpool game and the Champions League game. We'll do 2 again. I don't know whether it'll be the first of the Champions League games or the second of the Champions League games, because I don't know who we've got in the Champions League yet. So if you've enjoyed the episode, hit the like button. If you're new around here, do hit the subscribe button. I hope to see you in tomorrow night's episode with a little bit of luck. And other than that, guys, I've been Teach FM, and I'll catch you later. See you in a bit.